problems, views, national oppression, sexism, anti-LGBTQ oppression, what it's like for the working class, the unions, the most low-paid workers. These types of issues are what we discussed yesterday. And we tried to discuss all the issues from a Marxist perspective, meaning an objective, scientific perspective. What are the objective factors or conditions going on in a certain struggle or situation or part of the world? Which class forces are at work? Do we see the hand of imperialism or of capitalism at work, which is usually yes as the answer. Who's fighting back? What are the forces? What are their, these kinds of questions and analysis help us to come to a perspective of how to fight these different capitalist and imperialist instigated crises that the working class and oppressed are always under, since capitalism is the predominant economic system now. But like every economic system that has come before, capitalism, despite what the capitalists tell us all the time, it too shall pass.
Yeah.
They'd like us to believe that what's going on in the world is just how it is, and the capitalists are going to have the upper hand always, and the U.S. especially is the epitome of democracy and wealth and all this and that, and it's brainwashed really into our heads from the earliest times, and certainly in the public schools like we heard about yesterday. So in order to educate our class, really what Workers' World Party is about is educating our class and reaching out to our class that there is a solution to all these problems. Okay, and the solution will not be found within the confines of the system, because the system absolutely has no solutions to the myriad of problems and crises and oppressions facing the working class. They have none. What have they done in Detroit? Have they made a solution to one aspect of anything no. But we have a program and we have answers, and Mike will be talking about that, the transitional program of how we participate in different struggles with the view of making the struggle very anti-capitalist and moving the participants in an anti-capitalist direction. But we don't feel it's enough to be anti-capitalist. We're socialists, we're communists. That's the future of humanity. That's the new economic system that will make sense. But in order to get there, we have to get rid of capitalism. And then we'll be able to build a new society where the working people run and control everything, where production and everything is done to benefit humanity and to take care and try and reverse the destruction that's been wreaked on the earth and its other inhabitants. So we have a vision of a socialist future. We think it is totally possible. This is the richest country in the world. It has a huge multinational working class that is already awakening in some sectors, like the low-wage workers. And what we envision is something that really working people naturally will move towards. I mean, we've had even in our mass work, we talk about not just anti-capitalism, but only socialism can fit, and nobody has a problem with that. In fact, when Occupy Wall Street happened and in 2011 and a little bit after that, there were surveys done, you know, what do you think about socialism? Are you for or against? And whatever that definition of socialism was to the person saying for or against, the majority was for. So it's not so far-fetched. People can learn Marxism, people can learn what it's like to have a different vision, people can learn how to work together cooperatively as comrades in the struggle. Things don't have to be how they are. So our panel on building a socialist future has 5 participants, and I think we will start in order.